Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Joy from Sound Mind. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe. So I have another channel. It is She Speaks To, and that channel is all things Liberian. You can get to know me a little bit better. There are videos, and I'll put the link in the description box, a video where subscribers were asking me anything and I got to answer their questions. But for those of you who don't know, I am a Liberian. I came to this country when I was 3 with my parents, and so today this video is about some toxic traits that immigrant parents put on their children. And this is not to bash immigrant parents. These are just things that we all need to be aware of, so when we know better, we do better. And there is an Instagram page. It's called Brown Girl Therapy. The lady that started this page is from India, and this page has been it's like so many revelations I found on this page. I just enjoy going there. Although she's not from Africa, she's from India, there are some common traits that immigrant parents have, and she just is able to articulate them, put them in words so brilliantly, and I just wanted to go over some of those things today. A lot of our immigrant parents came to the US or came to the West in hopes of a better life. They probably left dire situations, and so when they came with either their young kids or started having kids here, their main focus was that you get an education and you don't embarrass them. And so because it was like a one-track mind, there were no room for errors. They had little patience because they came from situations that were horrible, and they figured they were giving you the world, so just listen and do what they said. And so she has put together a list of some things that we were expected to do as kids of immigrant parents, and I'm just going to go over some of them. So I'm just going to pick the ones randomly that I feel like just resonated with me. She says, as a child of immigrant parents, you may have developed people-pleasing behaviors because you were expected to blank. One of the ones that I saw were you were expected to hug or kiss relatives or community members who made you feel uncomfortable, and that applied to men or women. There was an older woman who we were always told to call auntie, or a friend of your mom that you knew didn't like you, always talked bad about you, maybe talked about your weight, talked about how you dressed, talked about how your body was developing, and when you saw this person, you were made to hug them, give them a kiss on both cheeks, like that's the Liberian greeting, and you didn't want to. You just wanted to, not be disrespectful. You just wanted to say hello, how are you, but you were expected to fully embrace this person. Or it could have been you were expected to greet men that made you feel uncomfortable because they were uncle or pastor or high-ranking member of the community. So like I said, once you know better, you do better. Now that we're older and we're married and we're having children, these are things that we should recognize, heal from, because this, like the lady who has this Instagram says, these lead to people-pleasing behavior in adulthood, and then that's something that we don't want to put on our own children. This one is sad. You are expected to keep and carry your family secrets and never tell anyone else. So like if there was marital strifes with your parents and it was causing you anxiety, you were expected to keep that. You couldn't talk to a counselor, you couldn't talk to anyone, you couldn't talk to a trusted member of your community because that was your family's business. That applies to inappropriate touching with children. Once you told your parents, it was a family secret. You didn't have to discuss it anymore, and sometimes you would be expected to be in the presence of that person and just keep your mouth shut because you didn't want to bring shame on your family. One is sad too. All of these are sad. Define your worth by how easy you make other people's lives. So if you were a good girl, you came home, you washed the dishes, you cleaned up, you might be cooking at age 13, and the more you did that, the more you were praised. So your whole self-worth came from how easy you made other people's lives. So you took on a role of an adult way before you had to, and then, like I said, you got your sense of self-worth from doing those things. So this one is eat food you didn't want because you were full or didn't like it because it was offered. Now, I'm not saying that kids get to pick their meals, because they did pick their meals, they would be eating cookies and ice cream all day. I'm saying that this applies to when you know your child is full, but you're going to a friend's house. They offer your child food and they're like, I'm not hungry, I don't want it. But because you don't want to insult the host, you force your child to eat, making them feel bad if they didn't eat. So those are another, it's okay to say no. They're not hungry, they don't want to eat, but those are another form of people-pleasing behaviors. Let others mispronounce your name or call you whatever they want without correcting them. How dare you correct an adult? So your name could be changed to whatever, and you're just supposed to be okay with that because it's an adult. You don't correct them. Smile and keep quiet when aunties or uncles commented on your body, your weight, your skin tone, or appearance. The weight thing. If you lost weight, you were looking sick. If you gain weight, you're getting too fat. So there was never a happy medium. And to this day, I don't understand how people think it's appropriate to comment on a child's weight to the point where they feel uncomfortable, and they know there's no one that doesn't know now that that's something that they shouldn't do. When you continue to do it, you just continue to willingly walk in ignorance. Your parents proud through achievement and traditional success. Parents should be proud of all their kids when they achieve something, but your whole sense of worth comes from making your parents proud, and you should be making yourself proud. You should be making yourself happy. Play a particular part or role in front of others so your family could look a certain way. For girls, making sure you play that good girl role. You didn't act too fast. You didn't dress a certain way. You didn't hang out with the wrong crowd just to look a certain way. It's all about appearances. Sit quietly through verbal abuse and not stand up for yourself. So these are all things that some children of immigrant parents may have gone through and developed people-pleasing behaviors because we basically were not given a say in a lot of the things that happened around us. It was mostly about appearances, mostly about how the family looked. The family as a whole was more important than you as an individual. So those were just things that I found on this Brown Girl Therapy Instagram that I follow, and I really enjoy reading it because a lot of the things I can see why I do a lot of things now as an adult, why I act a certain way. And once you recognize certain traits, you can do better. You can do better for yourself, and you can do better for your child. So like I said, I'll put the link in the description box if you want to get to know more about me from my channel, She Speaks Too. And then I'll also put the IG handle for this Brown Girl Therapy Instagram in case you just wanted to follow or read more about it. This is a Joy from Sound Mind. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe, and I'll talk to you later.